Hey guys, so this is something new I want to do on my channel. I'm going to start making top 10 videos. So here's my top 10 Mario games. The rules are that I'm only putting main series games on this list, so no Mario Kart, Mario Party, etc. Also, I want to thank Capkins for editing this video. So here we go, top 10 Mario games. Let's do it. So let's start off this list with the first Mario game on the 3DS. Super Mario 3D Land released on November 13, 2011. This game is basically a 3D Mario game that plays like a 2D one. This game is pretty easy, but that's not a bad thing. Since it's so easy, it's a nice game to play to relax and have some fun. This game brought back the Tanuki suit from Super Mario Bros. 3, plus introduced a new power-up, the Boomerang Flower. This power-up lets you throw boomerangs, if you couldn't guess by the name already. This power-up lets you show Boomerang Brothers how it feels. This game has 8 normal worlds and 8 special worlds when you beat the final boss. However, my biggest issue with this game is that most of the levels in the special world are reused from the normal world. Besides that, it's a fun game, and you should play it. Some people may not agree with me on this, but I really enjoyed this game. New Super Mario Bros. U released as a launch title for the Wii U on November 12, 2012. I played this game with my dad and my brother, and we had a lot of fun with it. This game introduced the Super Acorn, which turns Mario into a flying squirrel, which will let him glide in the air. And when you press one of the triggers, you fly up, but fall a bit faster. My biggest issue with this game is that it's too similar to past games in the series. Yes, there are new levels and worlds, but it's still very similar. This game is still worth playing and pretty fun. This game was the first 3D Mario game. Super Mario 64 released as a launch title for Nintendo 64 on September 29, 1996. This is a game that a lot of people grew up with, but I didn't. This game has 120 power stars to collect and doesn't have any of the traditional power-ups. Instead it has 3 caps, which are the wing cap, metal cap, and the invisibility cap. The wing cap lets you fly, metal cap turns you metal, and the invisibility cap makes you invisible. Metal cap, you don't swim at all, and it's good for a couple stars, and you can go through crates with the invisibility cap. This game's biggest issue, however, is the camera. It likes to get stuck behind walls a lot, which is really annoying if you need to see a certain direction. Besides that, it's still a pretty good game. So good, in fact, that it got a remake on the DS called, well, Super Mario 64 DS, obviously, which was released as a launch title for the DS on November 21st, 2004. It has everything from the original, plus it has new content, like 30 extra stars and a bunch of minigames. So this is where a lot of people won't agree with me, but it's my list so I don't care. Super Mario 3D World released for the Wii U on November 22nd, 2013. This game is basically the sequel to Super Mario 3D Land because it plays almost the same. This game is multiplayer. You can play as Mario, Luigi, Peach, Toad, and later on you can unlock Rosalina. This game is 8 normal worlds and 4 special. The best part of this game is that you can turn into a cat with the Super Bell power-up. As a cat you can climb up walls for a bit, you can swipe at enemies, and can dive in midair. Like 3D Land, my biggest issue is that some of the levels are reused. But this game is a lot of fun, and the music is fantastic. And I'm just gonna say, the final boss is, it's Bowser the cat. Instant win. And this game has one of the hardest Mario levels to date. Let's go back to the 90s with this next entry on the list. Super Mario World released as a launch title for the SNES on August 13, 1991. This game introduced Yoshi, a dinosaur that everyone loves. Super Mario World is mostly considered the best Mario game of all time. While I don't agree, this game is still amazing. The levels are creative and fun, and the Cape Feather is a clever power-up which allows you to fly. I also love the final boss with Bowser because you have to pick up Mecha Koopas to throw them back up to land on his head. It's a really fun game you need to play. I mean, while there aren't as many power-ups as Mario Bros. 3, it's still a fun game. Also, fun fact, it's actually my dad's favorite game. And this is another game that people consider to be their favorite. Super Mario Sunshine released for the GameCube on August 26, 2002. This is the second 3D Mario game to be released, and it has a beach theme. Super Mario Sunshine introduced FLUDD, who acts as Mario's source of power. There are different nozzles for FLUDD. There's the normal one that shoots water, there's the hover nozzle, which allows you to hover for a short time. There is a turbo nozzle, which lets you speed across the ground and on water. And finally, the rocket nozzle, which lets you charge up a rocket and launch into the air. This game has 120 shine stars to collect. My biggest issue are the blue coins. When you collect blue coins, 10 of them, you can exchange them for shines. But the problem is that finding things are obnoxious. The map doesn't tell you at all where they are. So you will have to look everywhere you did when you found the ones you already found, because you won't remember which ones. But this game is still a lot of fun, just kind of annoying with the blue coins. Like the other two entries we had before this is again another game that people consider their favorite. Super Mario Bros. 3 released on the NES on February 12, 1999. This game is the first Mario game to have a world map and have lots of power-ups, introduced the Super Leaf, Tanuki Suit, Frog Suit, and the Hammer Bro Suit. This game has 8 worlds and all the levels are fun to play. This game's biggest issue is that you can't save, but it's not that bad. The controls are great, and it's a good looking game for the time. The game also introduced the Koopalings, who I'm not sure if they're Bowser's children or not. I don't know, it used to be, but now I'm not sure. You can also hold power-ups that you get from Toad Houses, and you can hold a lot of them. This is easily the best game on the NES, and you need to play it at least once. The reason I like this more than Mario World is, in Mario World, the controls for Mario felt weird. He felt too slippery. Not too much, but I like how he is in Mario 3. This game is one of the best games on the Wii. Super Mario Galaxy released on the Wii on November 12, 2007. This is the third 3D Mario game that came out, and this time, you went to space. There are 121 power stars in the game. This game has fantastic controls, and swimming controls are better in this game than ever. All the galaxies are fun and creative, the bosses are some of the best the series has seen, and the music is some of the best Mario music ever created. The only thing I don't like is the post-game. When you collect 120 stars and beat Bowser, you can play as Luigi, and there is one final galaxy in the game. But to unlock it, you need to play through the entire game again with Luigi. That may sound fun, and sometimes it can be, but it's the same thing. Again and again, you already did that. Luigi does handle differently. He has a higher jump and slipperier controls, but I wish it was different. But, hey, it's one of my favorite games. And at least the post-game was fixed with the next entry on the list. So I had a hard time with this, but after 7 years, Super Mario Galaxy 2 was finally beaten. Super Mario Galaxy was released on the Wii on May 23rd, 2010. This game holds a special place in my heart, but I can't let that, make it number 1. This game is the sequel to the first Mario Galaxy game, if you couldn't already guess. Super Mario Galaxy 2 is better than the first game because of the new additions to the game, like Yoshi, who is fun to use and you can eat enemies, and there are flowers with Yoshi that when you use your tongue, you can swing on them. Only once though. There were also 2 new power-ups added, the Cloud Flower and the Rock Mushroom. The Cloud Flower lets you create 3 clouds to platform, which is pretty broken because you can save yourself from falling. And the Rock Mushroom puts Mario in a big rock when you shake the Wii Remote, and you destroy everything you hit. All the power-ups from the first game return, except for the Ice Flower. Don't know why that was cut, but, what can you do? The post-game, however, is much better this time around. When you collect 120 power stars to beat Bowser, whose fight is unfortunately not as good as the first game, as it is so much easier, then you have post-game content to play with, and it's much better because this time, instead of playing through the entire game again, there are now 120 green stars scattered across all the galaxies in different places, and it's much better stuff, let me just tell you. When you collect all of them, you unlock one of the hardest Mario levels ever to exist. the perfect run. It's a pretty nightmarish level, and when I was younger, it took forever to beat. Nowadays, I can beat it much quicker. I even once beat it on my first try going through. And that takes a lot of skill because of how hard it is. I may love this game, but now let us see what my favorite Mario game is. Yep, the latest Mario game to be released is my favorite Mario game to date. Super Mario Odyssey was released on the Nintendo Switch on October 27th, 2017. This game is the perfect 3D Mario game. All the kingdoms are open world, there are different costumes for Mario, like a sombrero and a poncho. That's already a win. And the story is actually interesting in a Mario game. And finally, the controls are fantastic. All the moves from Mario 64 are back. There are no power-ups in this game, however, but that doesn't matter because of Cappy. Cappy is Mario's companion throughout the game, and you can do quite a few things. You can throw him to collect coins, you can throw him and jump on him for extra height, and when you throw him, you can do an extra jump. But, best of all, you can capture and possess enemies. You can actually possess anything, like a Goomba, a Cheep Cheep, a Chain Chomp, a Big Chain Chomp, a Bullet Bill, a tree, a manhole, and a goddamn T-Rex. Holy crap. And that's not even everything you can capture. You can even capture a mustache. A person. I don't know. It's just amazing. You actually collect Power Moons this time around, and there are a total of 999 of them. May sound like it's too much, but with how it works, it's amazing. This game is nearly perfect. I just can't find a single thing I hate about it. This is a Mario game I will play for years, and you definitely need to try it, at least once. If you don't have it, buy it. It's a must-have. But anyway, thanks for watching. I want to say thanks to Capkins for editing this for me, and check out his channel in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe to my channel. You'll be seeing more of these top 10s, hopefully. And if you also want to support me, then maybe become a Patreon? Maybe. It's only $1 a month. Yeah? Hopefully. If you do, shout out to you. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.